Her face was bleeding. The other recruits stood frozen. No one moved. No one helped. Sergeant Travis turned his back with a smirk and barked. Maybe next time, she won't get in the way. Cadet Elena Ford pushed herself up from the gravel. Her lip cut, her knuckles scraped. The blood trickled down her chin, but her hands didn't shake. Not yet. She didn't say a word. She simply picked up the heavy training dummy again and started dragging it back toward the checkpoint. Alone, a few of the others whispered. Why is she even here? Wasn't she discharged before? She's just a PR case. They were wrong. They only saw her limp. They didn't see the battlefield still burning behind her eyes. Elena wasn't new to pain. Years ago, she was a field medic in the heart of conflict zones most of these recruits would only read about. She carried wounded brothers through bombed villages. She performed chest compressions under sniper fire. She was the last voice a dying corporal heard in Kandahar. The last hand a teenage soldier gripped before going still in Baghdad. But then her Humvee hit an IED. 2 months in a coma. Nerve damage in her right leg. Discharged with honors and silence. She could have stopped there. But honor didn't retire. Just because her leg gave out. Now, they called her back. Not to fight with guns, but to train the next generation. The military opened an elite program. A quiet experiment. Combat medics with field scars were invited to help perform training. Protocols. Elena volunteered first. She wasn't seeking glory. She was seeking meaning, but her welcome wasn't warm. Useless, they muttered behind her back. She's limping through every drill. She slows everyone down. No one knew that she'd passed the written, the simulations, the crisis. Scenarios, all with near-perfect scores. Still, in the dirt and sweat of morning drills, perception won over truth. On the fourth day, during hostage extraction simulation, she was deliberately left behind. They told the instructors it was a miscommunication. But Elena saw it in their eyes. It was a test, not of her skill, but of her patience. She passed that too. She waited until nightfall, made her way back to base, on foot. Silent, bleeding, dignified. That night, something happened no one expected. While others joked in the mess hall, a junior officer ran inside, pale-faced, holding a satellite phone. "Cadet Ford," he said, "you have a call from the White House." Silence fell like a blade. Elena stood, calmly wiped her hands, and took the call. The president's voice was steady, warm, personal. "Cadet Ford, I wanted to thank you for your service. For what you did in Mosul. We haven't forgotten. I see your name on the new reform team. I trust you'll lead with strength and grace. You always have." When she hung up, no one laughed anymore. The next morning, the same recruits who once rolled their eyes stood quietly in line, waiting for her briefing. They listened closely. Sergeant Travis didn't interrupt her. He stood in the back, eyes lowered, and on her wrist, beneath the dust and scars, glinted a simple bracelet, woven from battlefield bandages and worn leather. A tribute to the lives she saved. She never spoke of it. She didn't have to. Strength, she once wrote in her notebook, isn't how loud you shout. It's how still you stand when the world doubts you. Respect doesn't come from rank. It comes from scars, earned in silence. A week later, when reporters asked why the president had interrupted a security briefing just to speak to one cadet, he only said, "Because some people don't need medals to be heroes. They just need to be heard, once." And that's all she needed. If this story moved you, tell us where you're watching from. Have you ever seen someone's quiet strength change everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more stories that reveal the silent heroes walking among us.